Okay, guys, sorry about that. And we're back with I Can't Make This Shit Up, part two of episode 7. We're talking about harm reduction, recovery, reform, and what recovery means to me, and my definition of it, and how it's changed throughout the years. I do apologize for the technical difficulties, and um, we're having some really bad weather currently, a lot of rain, and apparently my internet went out because all of a sudden my stream said it had ended. So, again, I apologize. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Um, Before I forget, I just want to say happy birthday to one of my very closest friends, Nairobi's, and she is a harm reductionist. She is somebody that has taught me a lot about harm reduction, being in this field. She's a great friend. I used to work with her at the nonprofit here in Grand Rapids, and I got to hang out with her earlier tonight. And today was her birthday, so I just want to say happy birthday! Big shout out to her. Um, this weekend we're gonna go out and we're gonna have some fun and uh, really celebrate her birthday. And yeah, so I just want to say happy birthday, Nairobi's. I hope your birthday is better, and you know we'll have fun this weekend. So looking forward to it. But back to recovery and everything. Um, Again, I was talking about personally my detox and how it was for me, and also my nonprofit, and what it revolves around. So, my nonprofit, Safe Steps Initiative, um, I'm in the process of really getting it developed and getting it started, um, getting it lifted up off the ground. So, with it being a harm reduction nonprofit, we're going to have, excuse me, we're going to have recovery coaching services. We're going to have um, prevention services. I want to gear our prevention program, make it harm reduction based, and make it geared towards youth and adolescents. Um, I found a awesome program that is taught in schools by a she's a doctor. She sits on the board of Dance Safe, and she came up with a program called No Get. Excuse me, guys. My dog decided he's going to try to get on my lap currently. Get down. Get down. Off. Go lay down. Go lay down. Range. Go lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Um, so this doctor, she has developed a curriculum and program for adolescents and youth that is taught in schools, and it is harm reduction based. It's called. I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to look it up before I say it. Um, so her name is Rana, Rhana, and she established, it's called No Drugs, KNOW DRUGS LLC, the first drug education organization in the US that integrates harm reduction philosophy into educational institutions, policies, and curriculum. She's known as the drug lady, and she gives honest drug information and safer use guidelines. And she believes all teens and adolescents should have access to that, and so do I. She it really is imperative that kids, especially these days, know what is going on out in the real world and know what is, going to be at parties, and what they could potentially come across, and what to do, if they do come across these things. Um, for instance, they need to test the substances they find, and make sure that they're safe, that their supply is not tainted with fentanyl, because somebody with no opioid tolerance is going to overdose, and it can be the difference between life and death. So, part of my organization, I want to implement this program and teach this curriculum to the kids in our communities, because I feel like it's absolutely necessary these days, um, for adolescents to have this knowledge. So, um, that's really that's one of the biggest things that, um, my organization is going to, um, be uh, offering is harm reduction based prevention programs, especially for youth and adolescents. Um, the overdose prevention line that I want to have, um, is going to have video chat capabilities, since the Brave app is no longer up and running. Brave Co-op ended up not having funding to keep their overdose prevention line going, and so they had to shut it down. Um, and so I want to uh, get one up and going that does offer video chat capabilities, and offer that nationwide. I think it's really, really important that we have this available to people using substances, because there are only two overdose prevention lines currently in the United States and Canada, and it's not enough. Not enough people know about them, especially people that are using alone. And I want to make sure that, if there are people using alone, especially, people that are using opioids or using a substance for the first time that they haven't tested, in case it's tainted with fentanyl, having video chat capabilities is really, really something that would be a lot better for operators, so that you could physically see the person go down. And I think it's also, a way to connect better with your caller. The rapport, and just being more personable, being able to see the person, makes it a lot more engaging, just overall better. And I feel like it would be used more than perhaps, just a call hotline. So just a phone hotline. People can get on their phone, can get on, a video call, and, do it that way. So this is something that I'm really excited about getting up and going, and, having offered for our organization. Some other things that we are going to be offering, are going to be support groups for youth and adolescents and family members of people that have lost parents or siblings to overdose. And, especially personally, I think that's really, really important because my ex left behind 3 children. And so, as a person that has lost a family member to substances, I didn't lose my sister to an overdose, but I lost my sister to a death where her death, occurred because of her substance use. I really feel that it's absolutely necessary to have these kinds of support groups because people need to be able to talk about these things. People need to be able to connect to others that are dealing with the same thing. And I feel like there's not enough resources for kids and adolescents that have lost a parent to the opioid epidemic. And with these support groups, it'll be a way for people to come together and really help each other out and become a community. I also published a book recently on harm reduction, and it's going to be on Google. It is called Compassion in Action, Transforming Lives Through Harm Reduction for People Who Use Drugs. You can find that on Google Books, and I'm going to wrap up this episode because my dog wants out and he's whining, so I'm going to take him out. I hope everyone has a great night. If you know somebody that is struggling with substance use and wants to get into recovery, please contact me. I can give them referrals, resources, whatever they need to get help. Thanks for joining in. Sorry about the technical difficulties. My name is Jill Garner, and I will see you guys next time on I Can't Make This Shit Up. Have a great week.